everyone, and welcome back to The Brilliant View. I'm Marina.
I'm Doreen.
I'm Kim.
And I'm Christy.
Today we're going to talk to you all a little bit about our favorite transfer tapes. Something that everyone needs when dealing with adhesive vinyl, so we're going to talk to you about which one we prefer and what we prefer to use it for. Okay ladies, grab your favorite tapes and let's look at some projects. So the transfer tape that I'm going to be covering is the Red Grid transfer tape. This is my absolute favorite transfer tape. It's so easy to use and it works so well with so many different types of vinyl. So our theme today is going to be back to school, and we've actually added a lot of back to school adhesive and HTV vinyls to our inventory. So I just wanted to show off a couple of these. We have the elementary style vinyl. We have the scientific elements vinyl. We have the composition notebook vinyls in red, hot pink, blue, and black. And then we also have this fun kind of overall school pattern. And so these are going to be really fun to decorate the kids' back to school items. So today I'm going to be working on some 3-ring binders. My sons are in high school, 2 of my sons are in high school, and one of the things that I wanted to do to help my son get organized was to decorate his 3-ring binders so that he could keep all of the notes and assignments from each class in its own binder. So I've gone through and I've done some binders. I did this one in American Literature for him, and this is with our StarCraft Illusion vinyl. With boys, I can't, do too much or get too pretty because I'm just grateful he's allowing me to do this much. So to show off the Red Grid transfer tape, what I decided to do was a science theme on this folder, and so I've cut out some things here, and I'm just excited to show you how well this transfer tape works. So let's weed this. We're going to have a video coming up that talks a little bit about some of the different weeding tools that are out there, and also some different weeding techniques that kind of help you out. So be looking for that video to come out as well. One of the great things about the Red Grid transfer tape is these lines. These lines help me figure out exactly how much transfer tape I want to cut. That way I don't have to use too much, and also I have a nice straight piece because I can cut right along the lines. Now what you're going to find when you start using this transfer tape is it doesn't feel, I was a big fan of the Blue Grid transfer tape, and I still love that, and I still use Blue Grid, but after I tried the Red Grid, I was sold on this one. It's a high tack, and the Blue Grid is a medium tack, but this one, it doesn't seem too sticky to me. It just has the perfect amount of adhesive on there to get my designs down. Just sticks so easily. Now I did go ahead and prep the folder with some alcohol so I can make sure that my vinyl stuck. No problem. I'm going to reuse my same piece. Turn it over. So that's how easy the Red Grid transfer tape works. We carry it on our website in a number of sizes. It starts from 12 by 12 all the way up to this 50-yard roll. And this is probably what I need to invest in because I use this tape so much. So if you have not tried the Red Grid transfer yet, definitely pick up a sheet and let me know what you think. Thanks.
I'm using the clear medium tack transfer tape on a roll. This on the roll is really good for longer projects too, especially if you have a banner you're going to put up on a wall. It comes in real handy. I am using this with a back to school theme for my kids. I'm using the printed pattern adhesive vinyl in the basketball theme and the Starcraft Illusions black vinyl for the science notes with the periodic table of elements. This is real fun. This is one of the funnest projects because there's so many children's things that they need when they go back to school that you can decorate and personalize. And I've done a really good job of taping that to the table. So I'm just going to peel it off, and I'm placing this one at the bottom of the clipboard. And it's an easy placement. It's just one rectangular piece. What I love about using the clear medium tack transfer tape is that you can see through it. And in the next step, when I layer the second layer on top, is when it really matters the most. So now I'm going to try to get the notes centered up on top of that right there. And because this is clear, I am able to see through the tape, so I know I've got it fully covered with where I'm going to be weeding. Okay, and now I'm struggling a little bit to get it to come off, so I'm going to have to smush this a little bit more, get it firm. And looks like I might even have to help it a little bit to get it going. There we go. And this one's going to be a struggle, but that happens whenever you weed. Sometimes your product can be a little fussy, but if you just keep working it with your finger. Well, this is a little bit of a struggle, and I think it's because this is a very thin vinyl. It is the Starcraft Illusions, and it has a metallic quality to it. Before, I had trouble with the clear medium tack not working on the frosted glass type vinyl and the etch glass. So it's possible I probably need a stronger adhesive to get this to pull completely off the sheet.
So, Doreen, I love the red grid transfer tape. I love this, and I use this for just about everything. And the unique thing about this one is it's not a plastic type of transfer tape. This one is actually paper. So you might want to try this one and see if that works better with the Starcraft. Maybe you'll get a better result.
I'm going to do that, Marina. I'm going to go ahead and continue with this pulling off the frame, but I still have the numbers to get off of here. I'm going to lay this one down first, then I'll come back and do that one. Okay. And then let's get a small piece for this. And thank you for coming to the rescue. Let's see if this works better. First, let me go back to my board and remove, and see it removes beautifully when you peel it off. So the issue is not removing it onto your surface, it's actually getting it onto the tape.
Now that one is a medium tack.
This is a medium tack,
But this
yes.
one is this one medium tack or
No,
the
this
high
is
tack?
a high tack, the red grid is. So let's see what kind of success we have here. Okay. It's actually coming off a little easier. It still is a little bit of a struggle, but it is making it off onto the tape. That was a little bit of a struggle, but remember, sometimes the vinyl is going to take a little bit of work to get it off onto your project. Not every time is it going to just flow perfectly. And even though this is more opaque, I could still see through the tape enough to line my design up. And it came off beautifully. So there you go. We've got a notebook ready for school. I was able to do a little pencil box for my granddaughter. She's a little mermaid. And then you can even personalize books if you have your student's logo, their school logo, you know, what grade they're going into. So you can hide some of the, you know, the stuff on the notebooks that you're required to use but don't like.
Right.
transfer tape is the blue grid. The reason being is because I can't even draw straight with a ruler. So these lines are straight and I can't mess that up. I don't want to always use my cutter where I can get a perfectly straight line. When I'm doing small decals, I just want to use scissors. So this really helps me in cutting it straight, and also when I'm lining it up, I know that I have it level and I have it straight. So for this one, for this project, I did a girly print. I cut out these little flowers from one of our printable vinyls designs. I'm just going to go ahead and take these decals and I just want to lay them all over this clipboard. I could take this entire sheet, and you know what, I think I am going to do it that way because I don't want to sit here and do every single flower. So I'm just going to take all this. I believe it will fit perfectly. So I'm going to cut this to the size that I need so I don't waste it. Also, for any beginners that are watching that may not know this, transfer tape is reusable. So don't throw this backing out, because you can stick this back on, put it in your drawer, put it away, and the next time you have an image that's this size, you can reuse it. So I use this sucker until like there's dog hair, cat hair, my fuzzies from my carpet, and then I still try. So you can just, get your money's worth out of this for sure. So I'm just gonna cut it, and it's gonna be straight, of course, because I have my lines. It's a medium tack. It's not as strong. It's not as strong as the red grid, and this is more of a plasticky, like vinyl-y finish on it, to where the high mask has that paper. So I think really it's also a matter of preference. I know that Marina likes to use the red grid on everything, and that's her preference. There's no right or wrong. I really just love this one for everything. So I'm just gonna lay it down. Well, okay, that was done really well. And then I'm just gonna squeegee it. This is really important when you're doing anything with transfer tape on the adhesive, because if you don't do it hard enough, you're not gonna get a good grip on the bottom vinyl, and it's just gonna take more time and having to, do it one by one. So here, I'm gonna press down really good. You can kind of also see air bubbles and stuff, so you see where it actually did stick to it already, and it looks really good. So I'm just gonna peel it off, and it comes out so smooth. I mean, no problems, except for right there. But here you can see sometimes that happens with vinyl. I don't know if maybe when it goes through the machine for the printed vinyl, maybe it has like hot spots, so it kind of sticks to it. But it's okay. It's just the backing from this. So you take it off, problem solved. Not even a big deal. So got my cute little pink fancy clipboard. And I don't want to go straight down like this, because it's going to give me all those bubbles, and then it's just going to be, I'm afraid of having that bubble in my vinyl. If I get bubbles here in the transfer part where it's clear and there's nothing there, it doesn't matter, because I'm not attaching anything to that. So, but I want to make sure that these with the vinyls are actually nice and smooth and not bubbly. So I'm just going to take it from one side, and I'm going to take my time, make sure it lays really nice and flat. That looks really good. And then just as easy as I took it off, it should be just as easy. And you can kind of see as I'm pulling this, I mean, I'm pulling hard. Even though it's a medium grip, I mean, it's sturdy, it's strong. So again, don't throw this out. I'm gonna take it. It's still sticky, as you can see. Don't waste that money. And I'm going to stick it. Because it's glue, you won't forget which piece it is. And then I'm just gonna lay it back on here. It's not perfect, no biggie. I just wanna make sure I save it. And then I'm just gonna stick it in my pile of scraps. And then here is my image where I didn't go up high enough, but it's ready.
I like the R-Tape. It's a paper tape, and it is perfect for when you need to use the wet method. When you use the wet method, it's usually because you're dealing with a bigger decal. and you just need to be able to reposition your image just in case you line it up wrong. So I've already put the R tape over my image. We were going with the back to school theme, so I made me Mrs. Hill's class with the apple. And this is a mixture of water with a few drops of Dawn dishwashing liquid, and that's it. Just squirt you don't need a whole lot. All right, and you're gonna line up your image. Place it where you want to. Okay, say I go, oh my goodness, that's not where I want it to go. Comes right off. This is 651. That would have stuck and it would have ruined everything and I wouldn't have been able to get that off so easily. I'm gonna put it back down. You're going to want to press really hard because you gotta push all that water out from underneath your decal. And then just get a paper towel. Kind of rub over it, and then you should just be able to peel it right off. And again, peel slowly just in case something wants to stick. And voila.
So as you can see, we all have our favorites, and there's a transfer tape out there for everybody. Depending on your project, you might want a paperback, you may want something with a higher tack. It just depends. So we hope that you learned something from this video, and if there's anything else that you want to see, let us know. Remember to follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, and please, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and hit the bell so that you get notifications when we release a new video. Remember, don't be ordinary, be brilliant.